So today I'm going to be reviewing the Marvel Legends Tracksuit Mafia figure from Hawkeye, and this is a Target exclusive. So we'll take a quick look at the packaging here. So here on the front we've got a shot of the figure, some artwork of the Tracksuit Mafia in the back there, Hawkeye logo at the bottom. Here on the side we've got a rendering of the figure. Here on the back we've got a shot of the figure with the different head sculpt on there. And then some of the other accessories that he comes with, which is quite a bit. We got some artwork of the Tracksuit Mafia here on the side and the Hawkeye logo on top. So now let's get them open and check them out. Bro. So here is what he looks like out of the packaging, and he comes with a lot of accessories. This is pretty much like an army builder. He's got the Molotov cocktail here, machete type deal, a golf club, baseball bat, and then a crowbar up here, and then 3 different head sculpts, which is pretty cool. The only thing I really wish we would have gotten is a few different hands, because like this hand here is hard to hold very much in because it's sort of wide open. The only thing you can really hold in it is the Molotov cocktail a little bit, if you sort of work with it a little bit. And even like this one, it's a little bit loose in this hand to hold anything. So I do wish we would have gotten a few different hands. But other than that, it's a pretty cool figure. So let's go ahead and get a closer look at him. So here's a bit of a closer look at this head sculpt here. And it looks pretty good. It looks mostly like the guy that it's based on. I can't remember what the character's name is, but I do feel like his hair was a little bit darker blonde in the show, and the faces on these head sculpts aren't quite as crisp or detailed as most of the ones we've been getting. I mean, they're not horrible, but they just seem like they're lacking some detail or something. But I'll go ahead and show you the rest of this figure, and then I'll show you the accessories and stuff. So we've got the cool zipper here, looks good. I wish they would have painted the zipper on the actual tracksuit right here, but they just did like the underneath one. Not a whole lot to the actual tracksuit. We got the gray lines on the outside. We do have pins in the arms, which I wish they would have done pinless, but we did get pinless knees, which is nice with the gray lines there. Shoes down here. A little quick look at that crowbar, if it'll focus here. You can sort of see that a little bit there. Not a whole lot of detail on the crowbar, but I mean, it's all black. It looks pretty good. Then here on the back of the figure, there's not really much detail there. Back of that head a little bit. So now I'll show you the other head sculpts on here. So here's one of the other head sculpts. This is the Kazi head sculpt. And like on this one, you can tell like even on around the eyes and stuff, it's just not as crisp. It doesn't look as good as a lot of the head sculpts we've been getting here lately. We do have a little scar there on the cheek, or cut, and then a cut up there by his up by his eyebrow right there, which is pretty cool. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look quite as good as some of the ones we've been getting here lately. And then I'll show you the other one. So here's the other head sculpt. It's the robber head sculpt, or with the mask or whatever. And even on this one, like some of the eyes and stuff, I don't know if you can see, but it looks sort of pixelated and stuff like some of the earlier head sculpts and face scans that we got before. So they just don't look quite as detailed or crisp as I was expecting. But I really like this head sculpt, because if you have like this head sculpt or the Kazi one, to me it's harder to build like an army of them. But if you have this one, you can have like a bunch of these ones. And with this one here, it really reminds me of like those guys that you fight in the Spider-Man games. That's why I did that stop motion at the beginning, because it really reminds me of those type of guys that you fight in the game. So he really works, especially with this head sculpt here, with pretty much any figure that you're wanting him to beat up. or get beat up by, should I say. So just a normal goon type guy. So now I'm going to show you some of the accessories, or the other accessories. So we've got like a metal bat right here. Looks pretty good. Paint looks pretty good on it. We got a golf club here. Doesn't look too bad there. We got the Molotov cocktail here, which I believe this is all one piece because I tried pulling this out and it doesn't want to come out of there. So looks pretty good with the flames. Look really nice on there. And then we have the machete. The blade doesn't look too bad, but the handle looks sort of plain, just plain brown plastic. And then I already showed you a little bit of the crowbar, but here's a closer look at it. Doesn't look too bad. So I just wanted to show you real quick this tracksuit guy with the Kazi head sculpt, so you could sort of see him with the Hawkeye and Kate Bishop figures, and you can do it with the other heads and stuff too, just so you guys could sort of see what he looks like beside them. Yeah. And then I brought in Daredevil just because I feel like Daredevil is going to be pretty tied in with the Tracksuit Mafia in his new series, and with Echo and everything. You can sort of see them beside each other. And then here's him with like the robber head sculpt or whatever on at the baseball bat, just so you can sort of see him in different ones. I'll probably be using him a lot in this head sculpt just for like a random robber or something to get beat up. So I just wanted to show you guys what he looks like with the two Spider-Mans from the Spider-Man games, because like I said, he really reminds me, with this head sculpt and the baseball bat, he really reminds me of the guys that you beat up in those games. So he works really well for that. So for his articulation, he can look down that far, up a little bit. We got some pretty good head tilt or head pivot side to side there. Arms go up about that far. We got the bicep swivels here, double jointed elbows, but they do have pins in them, which is unfortunate. We got the horizontal hinge in the wrist, and then we got the ab crunch here, so he can bend forward about that far, which looks a little strange right here, sort of blocky, and then back that far, and same thing with the front, looks a little blocky. We got the waist cut here, and he can kick forward about that far. We got the thigh cuts, double jointed pinless knees here. And here for the ankles, he can go down about that far and up just a little bit. They do rotate to the side. We got peg holes in the bottom, and there's also this extra little joint down here that you can rotate down here like this. So you just grab here and it rotates, which is pretty nice. Helps with getting him in some pretty dynamic poses. So overall, this figure is pretty cool. I like the amount of accessories that we get with him and all the different head sculpts. I'll probably display them with this head for the Kazi head, but I'll use this head sculpt probably the most, just for like stop motion and stuff, for random goons and stuff to be beaten up. And this guy is a Target exclusive, and I will put a link to him in the description. Unfortunately, he's sold out right now on Target, on their website. I had to find this guy at my local Target, and they had just got him in. Unfortunately, most Target exclusives are that way. They show up in stores before the pre-orders and everything ship out. So you might look and check at your local Target. If not, I'm sure at some point Target will get them back in stock on their website. But I really do like this figure a lot. Let me know what you guys think of him. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and have a great day.